Chance Hollitz is the number 6 car to the inside of row 6 to the outside of the 5X. Brandon Beckendorf inside of row number 7. The 20N car of Justin Nearing to the outside of the 04 of Roger Verdorn. Austin Jans, the 32J car to the inside of row number 8 to the outside of the 46M. Salute to veterans driver as well, Lauren Pasica. Wayne Landier in the 2 car to the inside of row 9 to the outside of the 1H of Tom Hagedorn. Inside of row number 10, the Z3 of Mike Albertson to the outside, the 14 of Jason Fisher. Row 11, Calvin Lang, the 43 car to the outside, the 5 of Luke Sanoff. Chance Larson, the 95, Matthias Lux, the 33M, row number 12. Your 13th and final row, the 7C of Andrew Kloss. Scheduled to be on the outside, the 18Z of Zane de Vilbus, not making the call. We come to green off turn 4, this time by its Salute to Veteran Stock Car A feature. Bruns and O'Neill 3 wide for second. Randy Brands and Cody Nielsen. Here comes Davis Smith on the top side as well. Davis Smith down on the bottom side of the racetrack in the number 8 car. Off a turn number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Oh, too close to call at the line. I believe it was Brun. As O'Neill now slingshots past Brun side by side. Here for the race lead off turn number 2. Now down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. Brun's on the bottom side. O'Neill up top. Here comes Devin Smith in the 81. Cody Nielsen, Randy Brands, and David Smith, your top 5. Cody Nielsen, David Smith working the bottom side of the racetrack. Devin Smith up to that second place spot now in the 81. Now to the back bumper, backs the car into the corner. Now looking to try to get underneath of O'Neill. Nothing doing. As Sean Bruns, Cody Nielsen, David Smith now using the bottom side of the racetrack to get around Cody Nielsen. He'll do so through turns 1 and 2. Randy Brands still trying to hang with the top 5 there as he is still in that 5th place spot. Nielsen shuffled back to 6th. Donovan Smith on the move in the 35 car, as well as O'Neill still your race leader in the 0 car. Bruns trying to work the top side of the speedway for that 3rd place position. David Smith on the bottom side. Randy Brands goes bottom shelf as well as he side by side with Bruns. Bruns now with the advantage in a turn number 3 and 4. Kelly Shryock trying to make his way through the field. So is Beckendorf in the number 5 car. Jake Masters, Chance Hollitz. Jeff Larson as Cody Nielsen keeps getting shuffled back. Devin Smith was on that back bumper for a split second there. The 0 car of Jake Neal. Neal still in command here. David Smith up to that 3rd place spot. Brands in 4th. Donovan Smith now working on the inside of 71 of Bruns. Here comes Beckendorf through the middle. Gonna split Shryock and Bruns now and work his way into the top 6 in the 5 car. Shryock along for the ride now down on the bottom side of the racetrack here as it is O'Neill still working with that race lead. Smith staying right there in step with him. David Smith down on the bottom. Randy Brands there with him as well. A little bit of bumper tag off turn number 2, and it's a wild fight behind them 4 car battle. Donovan Smith, Brandon Beckendorf, Shryock now on the inside as Bruns goes up top. Bruns up top now in the 71 car. O'Neill starting to gap the 81 of Devin Smith. Randy Brands tries to time in the corner on the inside of the racetrack. Nothing doing. Car definitely on the move though is that number 5. 5X of Brandon Beckendorf started 12th. Currently on the outside looking into the top 5. Donovan Smith holds that 5th place spot as David Smith still trying to shake the 27 of Randy Brands. Shryock now there moving to the bottom side of the racetrack here as we are at cross flags, halfway down, halfway to go. Brands around David Smith now in the 27. Brands up to 3rd. Smith shuffled back to 4th. Donovan Smith holds the 5th. But for how long as Shryock and Beckendorf working side by side? Shryock dives down to the bottom. Beckendorf upstairs. as it is Jake O'Neill still your race leader. Top two cars working the top side of the racetrack. Your next two, third and fourth, working the bottom side. Anyone's guess is Shryock had the advantage off turn two for that fifth place spot over Donovan Smith. Donovan Smith back on the top side, though we'll get back around. Shryock, Beckendorf tucked till now behind the 35 car. Shryock into the top five. No, Beckendorf now with a better run off turn four as he pulls side by side with Shryock. Two great lines of racing here at the Clay County Fair Speedway here in our Stock Car A feature event. Devin Smith caught the back bumper for a split second of the zero car. Now fades ever so slightly. Randy Brands all miles lonesome in the 27 car in third, as he tries to reel in the top two cars. Davis Smith by himself. Shryock now in that fifth place spot. Great three-car battle. Shryock, Donovan Smith, and Brandon Beckendorf, who turns 3 and 4. It'll be Donovan Smith still prevailing in that fifth place spot, but Shryock still being a thorn in Donovan Smith's side. We'll get around him for that fifth place spot. Now Beckendorf to the bottom side of the raceway as Beckendorf changes his line. 14 car off the track and into the infield as we still stay under green. O'Neill had a rear bumper full of 81 of Devin Smith, who turns 1 and 2 that time by, as they had lap traffic looming in front of them. Randy Brands changing lines, going to the top shelf in 3 and 4, diving back down to the bottom now in 1 and 2, trying to reel in your top two of O'Neill and Smith. Donovan Smith still trying to make the high line work and stay in front of the 5 of Beckendorf. Blue flag being displayed as your race leaders have come up on lap traffic. Now it's all about how O'Neill will look into this lap traffic, if he can stay smooth and stay out in front, or will Devin Smith make a move in lap traffic. Randy Brands working the top side. Diamond's a corner now, back down to the low side. Off of turns 3 and 4. Green flag in the air, 2 laps to go. O'Neill gets a better run off turn number 2. Devin Smith in second. Randy Brands in third. Lap traffic in front of your race leaders, and the white flag will fly this time by for the zero car of Jake O'Neill. Top 3 working the top side of the racetrack. Devin Smith down to the bottom side through turns 1 and 2 now on the white flag lap. Side by side for the race lead. O'Neill off turn number 2 with a slight advantage. Brands goes back upstairs. Lap traffic right in front of your leaders. O'Neill down to the bottom. Devin Smith through the top side now. O'Neill through the middle. Slides in front of Devin Smith. Devin Smith crossover move now down to the inside. It's going to be Jake O'Neill hanging on for the feature win. Devin Smith in second. Randy Brands third, David Smith fourth, and I believe Brandon Beckendorf your top 5.
His teammate Chance Hollitz and Jake O'Neill will find victory lane, and your salute to veterans, Stock Car A main. Let him hear it here on the front straightaway. Jake, you've had a heck of a season in another modified series, picking up all kinds of wins across the country. What brought you here to this stock car on this night?
Chance Hollitz and John First, them guys, this is their car. It was a bare frame 2 days ago. I can't say enough about these guys. We worked countless hours the last 2 days putting this thing together. Lance Maury, his crew guy Frankie, my crew guys Bobby and RJ, and Oliver, everybody worked so hard. Chance, I can't thank them guys enough for the opportunity. I'm not sure what was happening out there. My car was spitter and sputter, and I wasn't sure where to be on the racetrack because, then I thought I'd seen the white flag there with the one to go, or before that, actually. And so I kind of slowed down, and I seen a guy below me. I was like, uh-oh. But, no, it's really cool. I wanted to win this race for the veterans. I wish I had the mod here, but we broke the motor last week. So I want to say thank you to all the veterans out there and all those that fight for our freedom. We're pretty blessed to be able to do what we do. And I try not to take that for granted. So I want to thank all the veterans, all the men and women out there that, make this happen for us. So thank all of them. Thank you, good Lord, and my baby Miles and girlfriend at home. I want to thank them and my mom and dad for everything they do. I thank the fans for coming out, and it was a heck of a race.
That was a heck of a race. You mentioned our veterans. If there's one hauler out in pit side that's going to have the American flag on it, it's going to be yours. You always have that hanging off the back ears. We appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. We respect what we're able to do out here, and we're proud to be Americans, and we like to show it off. So hope to see everybody tomorrow.
Appreciate it very much. How about a hand for Jake O'Neill winning here tonight?